The country's parliament will be meeting for the first time since the inconclusive election earlier this month in an attempt to choose its speakers. But this week, talks to divide the speaker jobs between the Five Star Movement, which emerged as the largest single party from the polls, and the center-right coalition, which amassed more combined votes, broke down. The election ended in a hung parliament, with the center-right taking a combined 37% of the votes and the anti-establishment Five Star amassing 32%. They both fell short of a majority, leaving the incumbent Democratic Party, which brought in 19% of the votes, in the role of potential dealmaker. An absolute majority is needed to choose a speaker for the lower house, but there is still no clear resolution on this insight. Getty Italy's deadlocked parliament will meet in an attempt to choose its speakers on Wednesday. Matteo Salvini's far-right Lega Nord party said it was ready to strike a deal to give Luigi Di Maiu's Five Stars the lower house job and Silvio Berlusconi's Forza Italia the Senate post. Mr. Berlusconi's was former Forza Italia whip Paolo Romani, but Five Star, whose slogan is honesty, balked at his nomination, citing his conviction for embezzlement last year. On Facebook, Mr. Di Maio wrote, "The center-right is continuing to propose Romani, who we cannot vote for, calling on all parties to discuss the issue." But last night's meeting ended again without producing a clear result, as Forza Italia whip stuck by Mr. Romani's candidacy and the Five Stars refused to discuss it with Berlusconi. Getty Matteo Salvini's Lega Nord party was said to be ready to strike a deal with Five Stars and Forza Italia. Wolfango Piccoli, head of consultancy Tanco Intelligence, told Politico, "For Berlusconi, it's an opportunity to regain some sort of prominence after the poor election outcome, while for Salvini it's important to get around the table with Di Maio as part of the bloc that has won the most votes, and not just the leader of a party that alone can only be the Five Stars' junior partner." The voting process looks set to drag on, which would in part delay the start of official government coalition discussions. Discussions over a coalition government have yet to begin, and according to Reuters, political sources have speculated they might not get underway until after regional elections at the end of April. Forza Italia lawmaker Deborah Bergamini said Mr. Berlusconi will try to be pragmatic, as always, and work to produce a new government. But Five Stars are unlikely to agree to such a deal due to the former prime minister and media mogul's conviction for fraud, barring him from becoming leader of the country again. According to Reuters, the three main coalition options would see the Democratic Party supporting either Five Star or the right, or alternatively Five Star and the right coming together. But years of mutual animosity could complicate matters and force new elections later this year or early in 2019. Roberto Dallamonte, politics professor at Rome's Lewis University, told Politico, "We'll still face pitch dark after the speaker's election, and it will take several weeks for the deadlock to be solved. A second election, which nobody really wants, is the weapon that Mattarella may use to push the main political forces to reach a majority agreement."